Sonics leita adulate. Anada di masanji jama Gambia bankoka ise kodo tanole ibe dawo da birin katon fokoina andung batatiji. Hade batatiji ise kodo tanole ka bonam bantala bankol to birin UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland aninyi banku tumal mu beto na doku sone yata atariata akoita andung alanna yata. Gambia bankoka Supersonics ledin kiral siyata katambinyin tumal mu meti. Supersonics be banku tan sabani nani leto fota findu bankoldo dung ila Google Play Store to wala ila Apple app sign ye Supersonics la money transfer app o download porque ifa munafang na service ola.
You want to know about the Gambia entertainment industry? You want to know the existing policies and programs of the arts and culture sector. You want to know about the governance and management of the arts associations. The program will throw a fresh light on the entertainment industry in focus. We will touch so many angles about the cultural sector, the opportunities and challenges, and interrogate them, and most importantly, offer solutions. Good evening and welcome yet to another edition of the Showbiz in Focus. I am your host Kalilu Banja, and tonight I will be joined by the legendary Sankun Jobate, a guitarist from the Gambia based in Oslo, Norway. Mr. Jobate, like I said, started music in a griot home from a griot family, the Jobates in the Gambia. And
your sound.
Yeah, my sound is on. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, but I mean, okay, it's coming up.
Are you hearing me now, Mr. Jabata?
Come on.
Are you hearing me, Mr. Jabata? Yeah?
Yes, yeah, now I'm hearing you clearly. It was this kind of distorting.
Okay, all right, that is very good. So I was just giving a brief introduction to you with regards to your career, starting it from a griot home, the Jobates in the Gambia, and later you travel in the sub-region and also to Europe. Mr. Jobate, welcome to the show.
Yeah, actually, I didn't hear what you said because it's I don't know what's wrong with the
I am saying, Mr. Jobate, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Again, it's happening again.
It's happening again.
Yes.
Okay. It seems like something is wrong. Maybe it's with your phone. You have to adjust your phone. Regulate your phone a little bit.
Pardon?
I said you have to regulate your phone. Maybe you are muted. We are not hearing you.
Are you not hearing me now, Steve?
I am hearing you, but are you hearing me?
Now I'm hearing you clear, but when you were doing the introduction, I didn't hear you. I could just...
Okay,
huh?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying now, welcome to the show, Mr. Jobate.
Thank you.
So I want you to greet the viewers, the ones who are watching you right now, because people are watching you all over the world at the moment.
Thank you very much for having me here, Kalilu, for this show. And I'm very happy to be here to contribute the little thing I know about this show business and to our fellow musicians back at home and abroad. You know, what we could do to enhance the music collectively.
Thank you, Mr. Jobate. It's a pleasure to have you tonight. I said it's a pleasure to have you tonight.
Again?
I am saying it's a pleasure to have you tonight. It's a pleasure to have you tonight.
Yeah, this is... I'm sorry, but Kalilu, the communication is very, very bad. I don't hear your question at all.
Yeah, I think something is wrong with your phone. You have to check your phone. Maybe the volume is not on. Your volume is a little bit low, and
The
then you
volume
are.
is quite high enough.
Yeah, because me, I am hearing you properly. I am hearing every bit of what you are saying. So I think
Right
you
now.
are.
Yeah, now I'm hearing you too correctly. You know.
Yes, whereby you will not be moving all the time. I think that is also the problem. Are you holding your mobile with you? You don't need to hold your mobile. You need to place it somewhere.
I did that now. All right. Okay. So, like I said, you hearing me now correctly, huh?
I am hearing you. Are you also hearing me?
Yes. Now it's good.
Okay, yes. You just have to place your mobile and be comfortable. Grab a seat, be comfortable. You are inside your home, and then it's all good.
I'm in my studio. Thank you. All right.
Okay. So I was saying for you to introduce yourself to our viewers, because we have a large viewers who are watching you right now all over the
Oh
world.
no 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 no. Let me just speak because I didn't hear your question, but I think you were asking me about. I don't know exactly. I didn't get it.
Uncle, are you still having difficulties to get me?
I'm hearing you now. When you say uncle, are you having difficulties to get me? I hear that very clean and clear.
So that's what I'm saying. I am saying now, we welcome you to the program and we want you to introduce yourself to the viewers.
Okay. Now that's what I'm trying to say. I am, as you all know, I'm Sankum Jabate, guitarist from the Gambia, you know. And we started a long way, some time ago in Gambia when we were in our youth days, you see. And we pick up this profession and we still didn't give up, you see.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So, but
Exactly.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of hard work to come to certain level, commitment and dedication, you know. When when
Yeah.
we start when we started this journey, we went to Banjul, you know. My friends, they told me to join them, and that time I had no idea about what the guitar is, you know. I could play a little kora, you know,
Oh,
and I told them
okay.
straight away. I'm not a guitarist. I cannot play guitar, you know. And they said you can learn like we are learning. I said okay, where? They said Banjul. I said all right. Then we used to go to Banjul in Combo Street to Ifambondi, you know, to get some basic, knowledge about what we want to do. And when they discovered that we want to learn this thing, they gave us a strong advice. You know, they said that you must understand that this is not a joke. And if you people want to learn this field, you have to go and buy acoustic guitars and stay home in Bakau and practice because, coming to Banjul every day, sometimes you don't have transport and it can be late, but at time to time you could come to Banjul and we can show you some things. But try to buy acoustic guitars. And that's what we did, you know.
Okay. All right. That is very good. That is very good, Uncle. Our technicians are saying that you should put a headset on. If you have an earpiece, like a headset, you can put the headset on. Then you will not have difficulties to get us. We have to make this proper.
Yeah, I can do that too.
Yeah. So yeah, if you can regulate that so that we can go into the program proper.
Huh?
I said regulate the headset and then we can go into the program proper.
Yeah, I'm hearing you in the headset. Good.
You are hearing me good. Yeah, exactly. So you were talking about your journey, starting it in the Gambia, and you were telling us that you were going to Bakau to learn music. So we just want to know which are some of those bands that you were rehearsing with in the Gambia.
Say it again. I missed the
I am
sound.
saying, can you name us the bands that you were rehearsing with in the Gambia at your tender age? Is it the Police Band or Ifambondi Band, or which bands were you rehearsing with?
Kalilu, I missed that. Say it again.
So I'm saying, what is the name of the bands that you were rehearsing with at the initial stage?
Yeah, these boys were living in Bakau, and actually they were called the Soul Movers.
Okay.
You know, they were called the Soul Movers. So we were there moving around, going with the acoustic guitars, and later they introduced me to another, one very good brother there in Bakau called Nat Maya.
Mm-hmm.
He finished his career in the police band, and he was living in his father's home in Bakau. So I was going there every evening to get lessons from this man. I remember that very well. So then I agreed to go to Banjul every day with the other guys.
Okay.
You know? So, and then, but in the evening we gathered together with our instruments, and we didn't have instruments. We had, like I said, we had only these acoustic guitars. And the drummer would be sitting beside me playing drums on my guitar. And the bass player, we transform the conventional guitar. We take out the instrument, the 2 strings, and then leave it with 4 strings. So the bass man would be playing on a acoustic guitar, but with only 4 strings, you know. So we were doing that, and then going to Banjul, and of course going to concerts. You know, with Ifambonde, we're helping as roadies and helping them to carry the instruments. So we were part of that, and it was like father and son and brothers, and big brothers and small brothers who were committed to one goal, and we were ready to learn, and they were ready to teach us.
Okay, so basically you started with Ifambonde as a roadie, and then later on, subsequently, did you join the police band?
Yeah, we were helping John, the technician of Ifambonde. He was the one taking care of the instrument. So obviously, we learning from the Ifambonde. We help John when he is fixing or when he is putting the things in the transport to go home, things like that. But then after that, then we were picked up in the street to join the police band. Because then, like I said, my teacher, this Nat Meyer, they left the police band, about 3 of them at the same time. So there was a big gap there. And, police band, you cannot just pick somebody from the street and to go and play in the police band. No, this is a profession, So they knew that at least we could play something, so it would be easier for them to train us, But in police band, when you go to the police band, you are trained normal 6 months to become a conventional policeman, of course, to know the drills. And then after you go on your regular general duties. But if you are in the band, after your 6 months training, you go to the police band. It might take you 2 to 3 years before you even play in a full band.
Okay.
Because here you are taught to read and write. Here you are taught to read and write those notes, and to read your scales, to know all these scales. You see what I mean? And to know all these time signatures,
Okay.
I wish I stayed there longer,
Okay, that was good. Yeah, that is very good. And so meaning you were taught both the music theory and at the same time the practical knowledge. You had both of them.
Yeah.
During that time.
In police band, the basic thing is theory. You have to read the music, because don't see them with those little papers in front of them. Those are notes they are reading. They are not just decorating themselves with that trumpet and those clarinets and trombones. No, they have a piece of music in front of them which they are reading.
Okay, so subsequently, what happened to your career? Because
Huh? What you
subsequently
say?
subsequently after the police ban, what happened to your career?
I didn't get that.
I am saying, Uncle, subsequently after the police ban, what happened?
Yeah, well, I didn't stay in the police band too long, me and my friend, because we were three people. Myself, Felix, and Buba. I guess Buba is still there on flute. And Felix was put on the side drum, and I was put on clarinet, you see. So, in additional to our instrument, I was put on clarinet together with a guitar, and Felix was doing bass with a side drums. So, but then we found out that the job was more concentrated on the full band than what we thought. We thought we were going to be there 90% guitar playing, but it's not. You understand what I mean? So then we
Okay.
didn't want to continue. Then we left. I spent about 2 years there, and I left. So when I left, I continued with my friends. And while I was in the barracks, I had a house in Bakau where the boys could have access to that house. So whenever I finish job, I go there and practice with them. you know. So after the police band, then I continued with that trend with the boys. We were all the time living together, practicing, going to other places like to meet people in Serakunda. Then there was another band in Serakunda. They were a little bit higher than us, when it comes to playing. Like the late Malik Njai, he was a great, great bass player. And Abdul Njai, another great bass player. And Zones, he was teaching me guitar. So I used to go to Bakau, to Serakunda to meet those guys. Seidu Ba, he was a drummer and a guitarist too. We meet at that cinema. It was called the Roxy Cinema then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So there we used to meet to seek knowledge from each other. But that is what we do aside. But all the time we are going to shows with Ifambondi, and we go to their concerts, we go to Combo Street, and until I got a friend who was I met in the hotels while I was with the police band playing guitar, and he came to the Gambia the following year and found me there with my band, in Serakunda. Then that was in 76, I remember, because that was when Julbrew was kind of came to Gambia,
Established. Established.
established.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
And
so I,
then,
I don't want to cut you. I don't want to cut you, but I want you to educate us with this because we are aware that most of the griot musicians they start learning music at their homes because you have the chorus, the balafons, and all that in your homes. So
I didn't get,
did
huh?
you do that also?
Again,
I,
one
I, I
second.
am I am saying a lot of griots they
Yeah,
learn kora in their homes,
yeah,
balafons, the koras, the jembes,
yeah.
So did you also do that?
Yeah, I did that. Even, I was brought up in Boraba.
Okay,
So, my,
uncle, we are not seeing you properly because of the way you are sitting. No one is seeing you. We are not seeing your face. We are not seeing your body. So you're going a little now. No, a little
okay.
bit. No,
Yeah,
a little bit.
I was brought up in Boraba.
Mm-hmm.
And there I started to play the kora. In those days, they called me in Boraba Sankunjalo, you know,
Okay.
because then after I moved back to my biological parents in Kembuje there, you see what I mean?
Okay.
So, but there are Giriot families that, you can be born as a Giriot and you can't play kora.
Exactly.
There's a lot of
Exactly.
families that have griots and they cannot play kora. My younger brother is at home, he doesn't play kora. I know Susokunda people who don't play kora. It doesn't mean that it's not that, no.
Okay. Okay.
Mm. Yeah.
That's a good part. So it has to be passion, dedication, and sacrifice to be able
The
to
kora
lead
is
you
at
to.
home. The
Yeah.
kora is at home. If you want to pick it up, that's up to you. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
want to, that's up to you, especially the present generation. But now everybody wants to take it because now it's booming in Europe. But before, some people are even shy to learn to play the kora. because they term it like, oh, it's begging and something like that, you know.
Okay. So that was it was a kind of a stigma. There was a kind of a stigma like playing the kora.
Yeah, kind of, something like that, you know.
Okay.
Because I would tell you an example. Uh, when I went to Dakar to play
Mm-hmm.
for Musa Ngoma, I went to my home, my uncle's home, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and my brother was there. And in the morning, the mother came to me and said, "Your younger brother wants you to give him your kora."
Mm-hmm.
I'm a guitarist, but I always have my kora with me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And and then that was a very serious thing, because how can you ask a griot your kora? It's like going to a war and giving your rifle away, you know.
Exactly.
So
Interesting.
so so I didn't hesitate. I said, okay, need to. I gave it to him, you know.
Okay.
I gave it
Wow.
to him, and then this boy, you know, after some time, he told me, you know, me sometimes when griots come to our compound, sometimes I always go out because I feel shame. But you know,
Wow. Mm-hmm.
today this boy is one of the best kora players in Senegal, man. He's having a big contract in Korea playing kora.
Wow. In South Korea or North Korea?
One of the Koreas.
One of the Korea, one of the Koreas. Okay,
Yeah,
Uncle. I think you are talking about Senegal, and we want to come to that because of through your journey. I mean,
yeah,
you went as far as most of the countries in the sub-region, particularly Senegal and Mali, where you have your ancestral home in
yeah,
Mali, because we know the Jobates in Mali, and then
yeah,
some of them are linked to Boraba and also Bansang, where I hail from, and
yeah, yeah,
you particularly. So
yeah,
so how did your journey, how did you move along from Gambia to Senegal and then to Mali before Europe?
yeah. Because this guy I said who met me in the police band from Sweden, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we're coming back to this 1976 thing, because we were discovered by Mr. Singate. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is the father of Edward Singate.
Okay.
He discovered us and said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you guys a program in the hotels to be making advertisement for this Julbrew."
Okay.
So that was good for us. Then we were living in Serakunda, and we rented a house, and we had no job, and we have to pay that. So we used that money. I think it was every Saturday, we go to the Sunwind Hotel and African Village, and we perform with our acoustic guitars and our local drums, and then we get money. So one
Mm-hmm.
day we were going to perform in Sunwind. Then I saw a guy with a big long rasta, and I recognized this guy. And I told the driver
Mm-hmm.
to stop. So when the
Mm-hmm.
driver stopped, it was my friend, you know, from Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
So then we link up. And unfortunately, he was not allowed to live in the Gambia. He was kind of deported by the Gambian immigration, because he has long dreads in those years, dreadlocks, you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
so he said, "But I don't mind to leave your country, but if you want, I can take you along to Europe. You guys, I can take 3 of you. If your band want to join, some of them can pay for their own, but you, the bass player and the kora player, I can get you a passport and you can go. We can go." That's how we left.
So that is the
And
father
then
of Edward Singate
he gave us the job in the hotels.
in the hotel. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
one day when we were going to perform in the hotels, then I met my friend who was a tourist. Like I said, I
Mm-hmm.
met him in the hotels. Yeah. So he was not allowed to live in the Gambia, and then he
Mm-hmm.
decided to take us with him, and then he
Mm-hmm.
gave us a passport and everything, you know. So we went to Dakar. First stop was
Mm-hmm.
Dakar, and we
Mm-hmm.
went straight to this Halam Day. Halam Day
Mm-hmm.
was one of they were very, it was a very, very good band. You know what I mean? My
Alam
brother
Day.
used
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother used to bring them to Gambia, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So then my brother introduced us to them. So we went there straight, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a night there, and that's where everything started, you know, because we witnessed about a couple of their rehearsals, Man, what we saw there, it was mind-blowing, man.
Yeah.
We said to each other, hey, now we are getting into somewhere, man. This is not an easy job, like Ifambondi told us. This is not a joke, you know. So we moved from there. We spent 2 nights in Dakar. We took the train to Bamako, you know. And in Bamako, we are invited to attire. Malians, they drink attire more than the Gambians.
Okay.
And
so
at that gathering, we were there with several musicians there with their guitars, and we were there too as a guest, friends from Gambia and their musicians. Kalilu, man, that was very serious.
Wow. So what was it? Is it because of the professionalism or
professionalism, the technicality, and the know-how of that instrument that I was going to take up as my profession, and I saw what they were doing on that instrument. I said to Musa Seka, my friend, was there, Omar was there, we were there. And I said to Musa, he said to me, Hamna linga bugawa.
I know what you want to say.
Yeah, I know
you were amazed. You were amazed.
So from that day, we didn't give peace to our instruments. No.
Wow.
No, we go to people who can play more than us, so we can learn and become like them.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's not. You cannot fake it. You know, it's nothing to fake about in this business. Either you are a mediocre or a real musician. You know, if you want to do business, you can do a business. You can make a fashion clothes and do one thing, but you can open up shops and do whatever. But you want to do music, you don't have time for your instrument. You want to sit in the shop and sell. You know how much it takes to be a salesman. You know, and then you want to concentrate. Some people, I don't do 8 hours walk in Europe here. I do only music, because if I get up in the morning and go and walk in a restaurant or do some other thing there and come home so tired, I don't have time for my guitar, man. We are talking logic. I use all my brain, 8 hours, 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock, walking, coming home, and you want to have 8 hours on your instrument. No.
So exclusively, all you do is music. And then you are always rehearsing at home by yourself, even without going somewhere else with a band to rehearse.
No, going to rehearse with a band, you going there to learn a song together.
Okay.
Your own rehearsal thing is what I'm saying, that you get up in the morning, you have your breakfast, take your cup of tea or your cup of coffee, you have your guitar right there with you. As I'm talking to you, you see, I have it right here. I'm in front of my lab here, my studio. Every day, at least I use 4 hours on this instrument. Every day.
So what do you do? Are you benefiting from the digital tools like YouTube, and then learning from master guitarists all over the world and comparing yourself to them?
Thank you very much. This is very nice, because why? When we were learning, like the Efambondi advised us to buy guitars, I used to go to Serakunda, or I used to go there, and in Mali, we follow the great guitarists. Or when we want to learn a song, you listen to your cassette, and you have to rewind it over and over and again. And it's a pity that in Gambia, it's only the police band that is called a music school in Gambia, okay? But now, you have your teacher in front of you on YouTube. Sit down with your guitar and look at your teacher. Will show you everything step by step, note by note on your guitar. You see?
Wow.
But the youths don't have that time.
Uncle, before I come to that, I just want to say your sitting mode is a little bit weird. So yeah, because I want the Idas, the Sophias, and then the Alias, and then the Ifambondi, the Badu Jobs, and then the young Gambians to see your face and to recognize you. We want them to know you, and then the skills that you're gonna give us tonight. So that sitting position is very good. feel free, enjoy yourself. You can have a cup of coffee. I forgot to tell you that. To tell you that earlier before the interview. You can have water or anything around you, and then we will enjoy this. It's gonna be
I have that
interactive.
here. I have that here, right?
Yeah, so you were talking about learning lessons through the digital platforms like YouTube, and then you are there, a teacher is right there, and then it's telling you exactly which of the notes that you have to do, and the comparisons that you do with regards to some of the professional guitarist players around the world, and you learn from them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what they should do. That's what the kids should do now if they don't have teachers, you know. But most of them are on YouTube for different things, my brother. You know,
okay,
they're in the computer
okay.
for different things instead of learning the formation of those chords, the formation of those scales, the formation of those moods, you know, and how it's constructed. You see what I mean? So that when you can, you know, Malcolm X one time said, if you have to learn the language of your enemy so that when you meet you can talk. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
So when you learn these things, you know, if you go out in a journey outside your comfort zone, I mean, you could be able to communicate with these people in the same language.
Exactly. And music is all about that. And music even is all about that. It's about communication. We call it like it's an international language.
But it's an international language. But you got to learn that language.
Exactly.
You have
And
to
master
learn
it.
Yes, you have to learn that international language and master it. And it takes time. It takes time. You know, it takes time. And our youths should have this mindset of learning. You know, the moment they get this mindset of learning, there are people who can put them through. You know, when I left Senegal to come back to Gambia, that was 2007, something like that. I was working for Keba Tello in his band.
Keba Tello, a great bass guitarist. Yeah.
Yeah, Blue Velvet, and he had a very good drummer. And you know, Keba is a world-class bass player. You know, and then I was there on guitar, and I was watching Keba. Keba has put up a lot of energy and time to bring a lot of people up. You know, musically, because
like developing
I
them,
was there.
developing. Okay.
I was there. They don't need to tell me like you should do say fake machibole. I was there when he was doing it. You know, keyboard players and some singers especially. You know,
exactly.
And that is one thing our singers. I mean, they have to understand that they have to rally behind these instrumentalists to be able to know how to sing. They cannot sing. You know what I'm saying? They have to rally behind these people who are playing chords and harmonies so that they can innovate in their skills. You know, but the moment they sing a little bit, they think they are great singers and they can give one butut to the bass player or the guitar player or something like that. No. Or you're trying to marginalize the...
Uncle, what do you say to this suggestion that we have great singers in the Gambia, but they lack professional instrumental players? What do you say to that suggestion that we have great singers, but they lack professional instrumental players? And you know, that is the reason why. Yeah. So if you can say something about that.
Yeah, but what do you say? Great singers. You know? Okay, we have great singers, but let me tell you one thing. There is a great singer in Senegal called Njagambai. You heard about him?
Njagambai, yeah.
He said, Woy amna. Woyale amna.
Woyantu amna, yes. I can remember that track. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. These three things are there. You see, Woy amna, Woyale amna, Woyantu amna. So who is the vocalist? You have to find, like you said, real vocalists. Yes, there could be. There are some. Jaliba is a great vocalist. Jaliba is a great vocalist. But what is he singing with his backline, or what kind of what are they feeding him with to enhance his voice? He has a great
Yeah.
voice.
So the musical accompaniment that is feeding him to be able to
Huh?
enhance his vocal veracity. That's what you are talking about.
I didn't hear what you said.
So I am saying you are talking about the musical compositions, like the accompaniment that is behind Jaliba Kuyate is not enhancing his vocal veracity.
Yes, I watched him playing in Oslo here,
Mm-hmm.
and Bajanga and Langom jam him.
Mm-hmm.
We were invited. But Kalilu, I'm telling you, within a second, the whole sound changed automatically.
Yeah, because of the two great players. That's what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The
So
sound changed automatically. I'm talking on the musical, there is nothing to hide and seek about this. We are trying to establish the facts so that our youths could learn more in the future. You know what I mean? And not
exactly,
fool
and
them, not
that
fool
is the
themselves.
intention. That is the intention.
That is So this is it. And promoters too, who are bringing Gambian music, they must value Gambian music. They must know, they must bring out the best of the Gambian music. I mean, if you call yourself a promoter, you must be committed to quality too. You see? You must be
I
committed to
agree.
quality, to give quality music to your audience. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot bring somebody there because he's locally established in Gambia, but he's not known in Europe. Let these people put up themselves together. Now it's easy to get instruments. Before our time, it's hard to get. Even from Bondi, they had difficulties to get instruments in those days. But now in Banjul, in Serakunda, even all these containers are bringing speakers and guitars and all this. Buy these things, put up a band, go and rehearse every day from morning to 4 o'clock. Every day, it will pay off. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? And
I totally agree.
yeah, then you can call yourself a professional musician. But don't say, hey, people that say, in Gambia, every time it's a release party, I'm giving a release, I'm giving a release. And you never see any source around. You know what I mean? People are giving
Yeah.
too much release. I have a release, releasing an album, I'm releasing an album. The people in Basay don't know you. The people in Kuntaur don't know you. The people in Gunjur don't know you. You see?
Yeah, because there was a time, Uncle, I don't want to cut you. There was a time, so I was saying this. We have a musical culture and we have also a great and a rich cultural heritage. I
Yeah.
think the music that goes through that or emanates through that, the music that emanates through that, which is our traditional music, we should be able to entertain the whole Gambia, like touring, having touring
I,
bands that will be going just be like the Fambondis before. In Bansang we have
it got distorted
Konkoduma.
again.
We have Konkoduma, and then we have a lot of locations, Cedar Plus, in Serakunda, where you guys were like performing all the time.
I didn't get what you said in the beginning because it was distorting very much.
So what I'm trying to say is that, like you said, I'm just trying to, you know,
Huh?
create a fact here. The fact is, we need a lot of touring bands, like bands that will be going from one end to the other in the Gambia.
You have to break it down. It's cut off, Oh.
Uncle, I think it's from your end. I think it's.
You have to cut it down again. I didn't hear it, man.
So what I'm trying to say is, your band, and your friends before, you were like touring the Gambia, like from one region to another. How were you doing that?
Okay. Fambandi was doing that because we are learning. We cannot play. Hey, it takes long years to be able to play, man. That's why I'm saying our guys are not playing. We don't play around. We follow Fambandi and Gelawar.
Okay.
We were students then. We cannot call ourselves performing artists in those days. You know. But Fambandi was playing all over the whole country. Brikama, Gunjur, Katong, up to Basse, Koina, everywhere, Georgetown. You know. And once in a while they play in the hotels, and still they were playing their Afro-Manding music in the hotels.
Okay.
You see? And you know, there is something here to talk about, because you see the Afro-Manding, those guys, before coming into Afro-Manding, they have mastered a lot of genre in the music field, you know. They were playing salsa, they were playing pachanga, they were playing blues, they were playing soul, they were playing R&B, rhythm and blues. You understand what I mean? They were playing Tamla Motown in those days. You know, if you check, you know, Radio Gambia, they should have those things in their archives. You know, there are certain songs that people don't hear now, and if they should play those songs like Youth Song, Cry Baby Cry, you have Soweto, you have Small Talk. Those songs, if you listen to them, and you see how these people are coming up, and so when they come to this Afro-Manding, so those elements from that they have mastered already was, you know, like Bob Marley said, 2,000 of years of history cannot be wiped out so easily. So those elements they have in those genres, they are mixed into their it's mixed into their Afro-Manding, and then it makes it completely a world music. You see?
Okay. So that you are talking about the improvisation of that kind of music and then bringing it into Afro-Manding. But again, quite a lot of people are telling you that we don't have Gambian music. What can we define as Gambian music? And this has been a problem. Are you telling us that Afro-Manding music should be the Gambian music? Because the problem we have there is the name, Manding. Afro is African, but about the Manding that comes into the cake. So some people will tell you that, you know, they want to tribalize it. What do you say to that?
That's a very good thing to say. You know, the word Afro, in fact, I have problem with this thing, even in the Pan-African concept, you know, because, you know, it's not Afro, it's African. Why do we have to have Afro? We are not Afro, you know. White people label us Afro. We are not Afro. We are African people. You understand what I mean? This is it. So it's basically, it should be African music, Gambian African music, you know. So, you know, when they want to infiltrate in our music, they call it world music. You know what I mean?
Okay. I get it.
Yeah, at the beginning, it was kind of going to be called ethnic music, but that sounds too much, you know, kind of ethnic, you know, it's a very sensitive word there.
Discriminatory.
Yeah, so then they put it into world music. My father was working with them. I know this, you know. I have performed with them. Me and my brother, Sanjali and Mamadi, we have been performing there. You know what I mean? So the Gambian music, if those who are asking the question, I didn't see any comment, I'm not seeing any comment, but Gambian music, if you listen to Ifangbondi and Delaware, and even Magadan, yes, and the Tambato, you know, this is our music. And I encourage all DJs to have at least once a week to revise this music into the air so that the youths can listen to this, you know, and they will know. And if they don't want to do it, then the youths can go into YouTube, they will find it there. That is what I call Gambian music. You see, if Ambondi, when they play mbala, it's different from our neighbors.
Okay.
You know, because the amount of percussion that they apply to their mbala is not as much as how the Senegalese apply the percussion. It's too dominant.
So the percussion patterns are different. Yeah.
So, but our what's the name? Our percussion, our Ifambondi, the way they formulate their mbala songs like Halal De Maga and things like that, Ham Dafalahu, and things like that. So it's not percussive dominant in their songs, no, but it still is mbala. And I want to put this thing clear to everybody here. I was listening to a program in RTS1 in my room, in TFM, something like TFM.
Yeah.
And this guy was invited there, a guy called Dude Sek. He's a very good singer. I think he passed out some days ago. I saw it on the Facebook. He's a very serious singer, and he ended up singing at the wrestling matches. Last time he was here, he was invited by the Gambian Association, One time he was invited in this TV station, and he was asked, we are talking about the mbala in the modern bands. And he said something, this was very late at night, and he said the first band he saw in his life that introduced mbala into this modern music is Ifambondi.
Exactly.
That was when I turned off my TV. I went to sleep at once. I said, thank you, Jerejeff Waidut, So that is what we have to understand, that that everything is laid down for us. Nobody should be confused about what is Gambian, what is Afro Manding. It has nothing to do with those kind of things. Musambu Musnakowa, he said it once. I was with him in the Radio Gambia. Afro Manding, dafa am lu bari la ombu. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Afro Manding, dafa am lu bari. It has a lot of elements in it. It doesn't mean that is Afro Manding is a Manding thing over. No. If somebody created this Afro Manding, historically the whole region is Manding, for example, when we come into that, But listen to their songs. They played all the genres, all the tribes in Gambia. You have Yolele, they play that. To say it is Baba Nana Jakutu Ponce, and to say that's a Jola thing, Halel Demaga, that is Fasita Nyato, that's Sose, and even all of them, they have played it. Bukarab, everything.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's a mood, it's a genre.
Okay.
It's a genre they created, and it belongs to us. And if we cultivate it, it's going to be like how the Jamaicans are playing, how Jamaicans put their reggae on the map of the world. So that is what we have. This is what our Gambian music is. It has nothing to do with.
Yeah, so if I can understand, so all these bands that you are talking about, as a great guitarist player, so it means you have an element of knowledge from each of these groups. And then I must say, right now, if I tell you to play maybe Halel De Maga on the guitar, you will do that right in front of us here.
Huh? What?
I said, if I tell you right now, to play Halel De Maga of the Ifambondi, you will be able to do that right in front of us here.
Yeah, I could do it. I could do it from my teachers, I can do it.
Exactly.
I can do a lot of their songs. They taught me. I taught with them. And one thing I used to tell the boys when I'm playing those kind of songs with them, I say, hey, if we don't play it good, we have no right to play it bad. Because those songs are very unique, So, I mean, but there are some very good people in Gambia, like who want to learn. They have this mindset of knowing that this is not a joke, When I was in Bakau, for example, this guitar player, Habib
of the Holy Family Band? Of the Holy Family.
The Holy Family. This guy used to come to me while I was staying in South's compound,
Okay.
And I used to go to him, and I saw that this guy, he really wants, he's somebody who is seeking knowledge. And I used to be by him and exchange ideas with him. And I really wish him all the best. I think my teacher's son, Nad Maya's son, is the bass player in his band, So some of them know what they're doing. you know. And you have other good kora players too. Susosora is an international kora player, you know. And you have Jelly Bakari is an international player. And you have, you know, my brother in Denmark here, he's doing his thing there. He's very
Who is
good
that?
playing.
Dauda Jabate?
Dauda is playing with international generals, you know, in Denmark here. You know, Buba also is in Poland and he's really, really good, doing good. You see, so we have great players. Jibu Fai, a great guitar player, man. I'm serious. He's with some. I think now he's in America. You see,
And
so we
Musambuk also, Musambuk in UK also, on the
Musambub
percussions.
is a general. Musambub is a general. I just played with him in Gambia. Him and Job, the son of Badu Job, a serious drummer. So what I'm saying that, you know, the promoters should understand this. This is not about friendship or whatever. No. If you are bringing a singer, you could tell the singer, hey, I'm bringing you here, but I am going to give you a lineup, people who will present your work in a great manner. You understand what I mean? This is what they should do. Kebatero, approach him, he would put a tremendous lineup for you, international lineup for you. You understand what I mean? We are here, all these people I mentioned in Europe here, when they come together with a singer and organize a 1 week, good 2 weeks, good workshop with that person, man, soon our music will go very high up there, man. I'm telling you. Because we know,
Yeah,
for example,
something like that. Yeah, something like that on a cultural cooperation or exchange programs. Like you can do something like that.
yeah, but no, but what I'm saying is, if I am like last time I was about to bring Sambu Suso here, you know, this is because of the pandemic. That's why it didn't happen, you know. But I know when she comes to Norway here, we are going to give her the best, and we will get the best out of her.
Exactly.
And then I would maintain my integrity as recommending a good artist, and the audience will go home very happy. Yeah, but I'm not going to bring a singer down somewhere who is singing like who knows, and then bring him here and disgrace myself. No, you know. I'm not saying Sambo is the best singer there, but I know that she has been in the national and the international level for some time, playing with Vivian and others for some time, and she has the basic.
No, but even Women's, I don't want to cut you short, but even Women's Unite, an initiative that was done by your daughter, Ida Jobate, you can see international musicians were taken from Germany, UK, and then Sweden. And, you know, that composition with you, Sirifo Kanute on the balafon, and you also have Alaji Bakari on the kora. That was an immense band setup. That was an immense band setup.
Yes, and that's how it should. You know, that's how it should be. When my daughters, they were Ida and Sophia and Karin, they were about to set up this. So I said, then I have to go to Gambia and we put up a workshop. But I know the mentality of our young musicians there and the singers, and I don't want to get involved in certain things whereby, you know, I would disgrace myself, or, you know, nowadays respect is very minimized. People don't have respect, you know what I mean? So I said, you know, this, when I have to go and organize a workshop there, and I'm going to choose the singers. And I think it's easier to work with these female singers than these brothers, because some will not come and they will think I have money and they will charge and they will say, they will hide and seek. I know this. They will turn off their phones, they will not come, you know. So, and I know these girls, they can sing. They can sing. The only problem these people have, not only the girls, let them be behind good instrumentalists. You know, there is plenty of money in it. Those who want money, let me tell you one thing. Don't think about the money now. There is plenty of money in this if you make a good production. Why do people take their merchandise to the market? If you bring a bad potatoes there, nobody's going to buy it, man. And
Exactly.
you have a good potato lying right down there. You'll buy a good one.
Exactly.
This is it. So we have to have that mindset. These singers must come with the instrumentalists, you know, and these instrumentalists also should push and learn more, seek more. Don't, you know, my dad used to say, how do you say that in English? He said, Nibikela instrumento karan nini modul benta, ebekela karan de want. That means if you don't read, if you don't practice
if you don't learn your instrument, then you will become an amateur when you meet professionals.
Thank you. This is it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the promoters, especially in Europe here, I mean, last time they were talking about putting them together to make up a good promotion company, for example. And my brother, the other brother, was talking about trust. We have to trust. You know, you don't come into that yet. You know, you don't come into that yet. Do the work. Do the work. The work is the artist must do the good job. When I was touring with Sehlo, I don't have problem with visa. Nobody has problem with visa. You don't even see your passport. They take it one day, the next day is with you. You know.
So I'm a secular of Senegal. So yeah, because I was expecting that we will be talking about something like that, like some of the bands that you play with when you were in Senegal, the seculars and who and who. Was Musangom also there? You were playing with Musangom at some point.
Actually, it's Musa who took me to Senegal. You know.
Wow.
He came
the
to
late
Gambia.
Musangom.
Yeah, he came to Gambia and found me there because I went back to Gambia in 2000. You know, I had my instruments there, and then he came to visit me, and he said, "Hey, boy, let's go to Senegal. This is not for here. Is not for you." Then I went with him. You know, but before he has been coming and visiting me in Brikama, and then he sent some of his musicians in Brikama to me to rehearse an album. You know, which we did. Then I moved to Senegal, and then we played this Artist Dudanu. You know, then we did that. That became a kind of a local hit there. You know, but it was he played it before with the Super Jamano. You know, but then we played it again. You know, so I was playing with him, and then after Sehlo needed a guitarist, so I was recommended to him. You know, and that time Sehlo made an album called Lamp Fall, and he was supposed to promote this album, but he couldn't do it because he couldn't do it then because he was still in a contract with Joe Loli, you know.
Okay.
So, but when after he finished his contract with Joe Loli, then he was himself. His contracts were coming directly to himself, you know. So that was when he hired me as a guitarist. So I was there with him for at least 3 years in Senegal. Yeah.
Okay.
And I left Senegal 2007 because then my daughter came to visit me there in Senegal, and we all agreed that I should go back to Gambia and do something for myself there. They would help me out, which they did. You know, they came to Gambia and bought me instruments, and I started to activate Sofa Nyama again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Wow. So that's great, Uncle. And then when you get to Sweden, was it Sweden or Norway? So you were also working with a band in Sweden, though?
Yeah, the guy who took me to Sweden, like I said, I was teaching him to play the guitar, and Demba was teaching him to play the kora. And the first time I reached in Stockholm, this was in '79, you know. Then he took me to a club called William Shakespeare, you know, and I watched a band there. We watched a band playing. This band was called Pep's Blues Band. He's a Swedish guitarist, and another guitarist from Jamaica called Tony Ellis, and Moses Skoglund on drums. He's a Swedish guy, and a bass player from South Africa called Willie. Man, I saw that band too, Kalilu. That was another thing, you know. That's why you should get out from that place and search knowledge, man. The Creole said, if you know Waka, you know see. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I think
you know?
Okay. But Uncle, a lot of people will argue to the fact that, like you were saying, we have the police band, but we don't have a music school. And your daughter Sona Jobade is trying to build a music school for kids in the Gambia. So we lack something like that. That is why maybe probably we don't have that professionalism. I agree, totally agree with you, with your dedications, and then the great bands that you have, the Ifambondes, the young generation, they did not have that opportunity.
Hey, Kalilu, point of rectification. Okay, that's a good thing to mention there, but the sonar thing is coming now. But and we are doing something in Kembuje also. This is very good. But I'm telling you now, how many of these young boys do you think will go to Keba to teach for Keba to teach to him? They're going to say, oh, they don't have that respect and discipline to go. That's what I'm saying. The brothers are there to teach them, man. But they don't want to do it. They think they can sing better than the guitar player. And suddenly they have to even employ the guitar player. I feel sorry for some instrumentalists there, you know. When you are
someone is saying you guys are talking something very important for all Gambian Gambian musicians. We thank you all for your great work. You are the big master Sankung Jobate. I think Buba Baji Kuyate. This guy should be somewhere. Maybe we don't even know him. He's playing Kora. Another guy is saying, respect Kalilu, bro. Baba Gale, the one you were talking about, like promoters coming together to be able to quality musicians, you know, so that, you know, when our artists are coming to play international, then these quality musicians that we have, instrumental players, they can bring them together and then they can have, you know, a very good performance with our singers. Like you said, Jaliba Kuyate, you know, when he was playing was it in Norway or something like that?
It was in Oslo here.
It was in Oslo. So just a fusion of two great instrumentalists.
By the time Adline Gum stepped on the scene, the music was like it. Man, this is my feel. I don't feel shame or shy or afraid to say, you know.
Yeah, Uncle
was completely into another level.
So Uncle Bado is saying that I love you so much. He loves you so much. I think a lot of people will say this. Sometimes they said when the music is nice, it's like ake nigile mandinga counter. It breathes.
And to make it easy, Bob Marley said something like that. When it hits you, you feel no pain.
Right. Right, Uncle. Right, Uncle. Right, Uncle. So, I mean, Uncle, like I told you before, our intention is to be able to share knowledge, ideas, and experiences, and we have got great of that. We have got enough of that from you, and then we expect to hear more from you again. And with regards to band formations, and you know, because in the Gambia. Right now, I can talk about the Kebatelo band. I can also talk about the Holy Family band. They are backing these artists. But again, do you think they are having enough time to be able to work with these bands in a kind of a unison? Yeah.
Yeah, they can. They can definitely. But it demands a lot of commitment, you know, and patience. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is it. You know, it's a hard work, but it's the most interesting and nice, beautiful thing when things are together. You know, I'm sure Keba is open for anything concerning because that's what he's doing. You know.
Okay.
This is what he's doing.
So you are saying that the young generation, especially the singers, the many singers that we have in our country, should be able to rally behind instrumental players to make their music better. That
is number one, yes.
Okay.
That is number one. Let me give an example. I have seen this guitarist in Senegal, Lamine Faye, playing for Wally Seck. Lamine Faye can be a father to Wally Seck, man.
Yeah, that's right.
But he is there playing with him because Wally wants something good. Hey,
exactly.
Bring people who knows the thing there, and they will make it for you. You know.
Okay.
In Senegal, the young singers, if the Wina was there with Sehlo, if they want to do any production, the producer will bring the guy who is producing you He will bring a qualified musician there to guide you. Otherwise, he's not signing you. Because he want, at the end of the day, he wants that cassette to be sold. So, but if it is not good, the cassette will sell and he's losing his money. So when you are recording in those days as a young singer, they collect musicians for you in the studio. You don't have problem of paying them. The man is paying those people because he wants his money back. So he wants good quality. So that is the thing. And these singers, they don't want to go on to the professional guitar players or professional bass players because they don't want to pay them good. You know, that's where they fail. And then you are bringing somebody who cannot play. You put him behind you. I mean, you are failing. You know, this is it. These singers, I call them like going from primary 6. You want to go from primary 6 to the university? What are you going to take? What are you going to do there?
Yeah, but so what do you say? What do you say to this suggestion that because of the nature of the digitalization of music nowadays is total different from what you guys were doing before? Or still, is there any kind of prominence with regards to what you do before and now?
Skill is skill.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
Skill.
Skill is skill.
Unless,
I totally agree.
yes. And if they want to continue this digitalization, like playing on one key and the sound is playing by itself and you sing there, la 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 la. What you know, that's not the way to do it. You know, you have to know how those scales are running with the chords. You understand what I mean? And this, well, thank God, I think this rapping is now coming very slowly down, you know, because we have to understand one thing. Gambians know music. They are very good. Gambians know music, man. I'm telling you. You know,
and that's why musicians comes to Gambia all the time. We have Jamaicans coming, we have Senegalese coming every time. So Gambians love music. I totally agree with you.
Gambians, and they know good music.
They know good music also. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing also for all Gambians to know, and I can nobody can challenge me on that. And if anybody want to challenge me, you have to prove it.
Okay.
There is a song.
Fair enough.
There is a song that is like dingen am kenen Wantakumel ni nyun jafena banjul. That stands up to date. Since after Ifam Bondi, tell me which band is come into Gambia that break through like them up to now.
Yeah, I'm not aware. So they have a song. So that song title, they composed that song. They composed that song.
What? Galgan Sirabi.
No, yeah, I'm saying if I'm only composed, that was the way the song was going. I thought the song was Gal Gal Siraumi. Gal Gal Siraumi.
Galgan Sirabi. That means I guess it's like the boat is at the wharf. You know, Alexis Subatel, the Nanjem combo. You know, and then it goes like Dingenam Genen. Dingenam tenen, wanta kumeli nyun jafena banjul. You see what I mean?
So yeah, so they put the right in the song. Okay, now I'm getting it. So yeah.
I didn't hear what you say now.
No, I'm just amazed. Like the lyrics of the song. Now I am getting it in my head now. So it's like they were saying that no one is gonna be like them.
Yeah, he said we are not saying, you know, he said you will get some, you might get, but somebody like us, it's not easy to get. Jafena,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you understand? That's it. And that stands up to date. The mellow men, they know that. The good Gambian people who know music, they know what I'm saying. Ask the veteran Tunda Thomas of Radio Seed. He knows what I'm talking about. You know, those were general Radio Seed DJs, veterans. They know what I'm talking about. You know, Malik Jones, he knows. You know, so
Malik Jones, the then director of GRTS.
correct. You know,
Okay.
they know what
Yeah,
I'm
because
talking about.
uncle, even my dad, my dad will tell me, Kalilu, download Ifam Bondi's music and put it in a flash drive, and give it to me so that when I'm in my car, I can be able to play it. So, my dad enjoys their music so much, and then he always asks me to download it for him.
I didn't get what you said now.
I said,
Repeat
I
it
said,
again.
my dad will always tell me to download Ifam Bonde music for him so that he can play it in his car.
Yeah, I think all our musicians and our singers should go to the drawing board. They should go back to the drawing board. I'm serious. To download and listen to those songs. You know, I mean, it's a hard road to travel. But it will pay off. And
Mhm.
Pature also, he said one time, he said, ham ham dafallahu, boko force dinga rer, te nit ku rer bahul. It's in one of their songs. You understand what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So most of these singers, that applies to most of these singers. Ham ham dafalau is very, and they are forcing themselves,
No, but
crowning themselves.
I totally
Huh?
agree with you, Uncle. Every skill and every field, people need to learn it, and people need to master their craft.
Yes. Now you are getting to the point. You are nailing it now. That's it. And if you don't do that, don't argue with the masters.
Oh, okay. So you don't know the origin of the name Afro-Manding sound we invented. It refers to the Manding Empire containing all West African cultures. So Badu is saying that the Afro-Manding music sound was invented, but again, it emanated from the Manding Empire, which contains all the West African countries. And I totally agree with that because in our history, when you talk about the Mali Empire, the Songhai Empire, the three empires, so
Yes.
we can relate to that. So everyone can relate to that. Even Togo, Ivory Coast, they can
Of
all relate.
course.
Yeah, they can all relate to that. And then no wonder, Uncle, the music of Tikin Jaffa Koli,
Yeah.
it's like a Gambian music. The reggae he is playing, that reggae could have been propagated. We can relate to that. I can relate to Tikin Jaffa Koli even more than some of our musicians.
What do you say about Chicken Jakoli?
I can relate more to Tikin Jaffa Koli's music more than some of my Gambian musicians.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Also, like
Yeah.
what Badu said there is correct. And like that's what
Mhm.
I said. Musa Mbubu was saying when I was with him in the radio. He said, Afro Manding the Fam Lubarila Umbu. You know. So those who are thinking like directing themselves into that kind of negativity feelings, those are the people who will just be going wrong all the time. You
Yeah,
know.
but Uncle, what do you also say to the suggestion that we have different music genres? We have different music genres. We have the classic. We also have the world music. We also have reggae music. We have hip hop, R&B. So does it matter exactly which kind of music artists decide to do, in as much as they can do it proper?
It's all distorted. I didn't get it.
I am saying we have different music genres. We have
Yeah.
different music categories. We have the classic music. We have the world music. We have the reggae music. We have hip hop. We have mala. We have.
Yeah.
I mean, so does it really matter that someone has to stick to only one kind of music if they can be able to apply it professionally? That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't get what you said correctly, but what I would say is that I would stick to Afro Manding.
So
Gambian, that's our Gambian. Huh?
okay, you will stick to
And
Afro
I
Manding.
would,
So
and I would,
what?
and I would take it to a higher level. I want to take it to a higher level, so that it can match with every generation.
So what about the fact that someone can play better on hip hop and then he is doing it professionally? What do you say to that? And how can you people and how can a professional like you support a Gambian musician that is playing reggae and then you come to his level and then play quality reggae music for him? I think that can also be done.
I didn't get your thing correctly. If Gambian music can do what?
No, I am saying a typical reggae musician of the Gambia, like someone whose skills is centered on reggae music, and the person, yeah, you can be able to support the person to play better reggae music.
To play reggae music?
Yeah.
Of course, why not? Of course. I have played reggae music on Singate's songs. You know? Okay. I have played reggae music on Singate's songs, and now I'm playing reggae music myself in some of my repertoire. You know?
Okay.
So it doesn't mean when we're saying that you're playing Afro Manding, we are not detaching you to play from not playing other genre. Of course not.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but if you have good people behind you, all these genres don't become a problem.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Uncle, what is the way forward? What do you think that the music industry of the Gambia should be able to establish with regards to the National Center for Arts and Culture, at the government level, at the private sector level? What should we do to be able to enhance our music field?
My advice is, the Gambian Music Union should stand on their own, and stand firm. I mean, when I stand firm, they should do it their own. Like, you invited a brother last weekend or something like, who is studying this kind of music management in London.
In London, yeah.
They should be consulting that brother, because we need people like that who is doing that field, not playing the instrument, but knowing the business part of this and the collecting part of this and all this kind of thing in this. That's what we need there.
Exactly.
Because the government, you have to hit the nail, The thing is that they are not putting the right people who can talk of your interest as a musician, or who can shape the music industry in the Gambia. We need musicians who can control this. If needs be, send some people to Senegal, like the brother said, to go and learn a little thing about this with the Senegalese base there. Royalty collection in the institution there, they could start by doing that, and then because they are the money-making machine. It's the union are the musicians. They don't need, that's it, because the ACA I myself am a member there. I registered myself, and I registered my band Sofa Nyama there. I registered too, Maybe I have not been to Gambia for 1 year or something like that. I didn't renew it, but that doesn't make me out of the game. I'm still there. I'm a member.
Exactly.
Just to be, yeah. Exactly. But what I would advise the Gambian Music Union is to stand firm and commit themselves to this. It's a big business and it's a big job. And let them take people who will be responsible for this thing, only this thing. You understand what I mean? And
exactly.
People who are coming there for their pockets, like people, this is not a joke, people will grow up old, they need their pensions, you know what I mean? They have kids to take care of, they have mothers and fathers to care of, and this is what they have been doing all their lives. You are in the office, you are doing all this in your life, in the office, and at the end of the day, you are pension, you get your pension. The musician is there, at the end of the day, he get no pension nowhere. You understand what I mean? So the Gambian Music Union should take this under consideration and build up a good foundation and build this. It can be independent. They can.
Yeah, but I think also, I don't want to cut you, but I think also the musicians have to empower their musicians union, because the musicians union all over the world are empowered by musicians. The musicians have to rally behind their musicians union and then stand by their musicians union and support their musicians union, because the musicians union is supposed to protect the interests and the rights of the musicians in a country, in a particular country.
Yeah, I didn't get everything you said there, but actually I have picked a few. The musicians can protect the interest of the musician. That's very correct.
Yeah, so I am saying that the musicians of the Gambia, that is the young and the old generation, must have to rally behind their musicians union. Without the musicians coming together to form a musicians union, it will be difficult for them to have a vibrant musicians union. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, they should rally behind the musicians. You know, and the musicians should also pick at the union, should pick some people and invest in them. You know, invest in them. This is not for this. You have to think about our generation, our kids, and we grown up old. We are old people now, for example. You know, we are doing it for our children and their children and their children. You know, so send people to Dakar to go and study this thing. Like I said, it can be independent. This collecting thing can be independent, and it's already, as I see it, it's only the music union that can do this properly, because forget about the NCA, whatsoever it is. Government never employ right people at the right place. This is international, worldwide.
So I don't want to, politics and music. So Uncle, that one, I will forgive you for that one. I know the answers. But again, Uncle, I just want you are a Tramaha. You are Jobate.
What you say now as Jobate?
I said you are Jobate. You are a Tramaha, like the way people sing you.
Yes.
So can you give us something about the Tramaha, the composition of the Tramaha on the guitar, so that we can hear that before we leave you?
Yeah, the Tramakans. Well,
the Tramakans, yeah. Someone was saying Muruya ban Tambaya Bana.
This line is very, very.
Or something from the Ifambondi Halal de Maga, a mellow that will touch everyone. I think, yeah, a little bit, yeah, maybe something from Ifambondi that everyone can relate to. We are not getting you. Uncle, we are not getting you. We are not getting you. We are not getting you. We are not getting. No. We are not getting you. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I think Uncle is okay now. If you can remove the guitar. So. Now we are not getting you. We are not getting you. They're not getting it. Forget it, Uncle. Uncle, I think we can continue. Forget. Remove the guitar. Are we back with you, Uncle? Mr. Jobate, we are not hearing you. I think we lost you. We are not hearing. There is no sound coming from you, from your end. So viewers, it's very unfortunate because Mr. Jabate was trying to play, some of his skills to us on the guitar, but again, we cannot hear him, and it seems like we lost him now. So we are almost right to the end of the program. So I want to tell the viewers that we are very much happy to have you all on this show tonight. Our lovely viewers out there, we want to thank you all for your time that you spend with us tonight with the great guitarist player who is based in Oslo, Norway, and from the Gambia, Sankun Jobate. Until you come our way next time, next week, Saturday, we want to say good night to you all. But a great evening to you all. But again, let's wait a minute and see if we can get him. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, Police was the cradle for many famous musicians like Pak Ture, Ali Hab, Panjai, Samson Gassama, and many more. Those were the players of the Ifambundi band. Yeah, so I think we learn about that. A lot of people were talking about that quite a lot of senior Gambian musicians were training with the police band, and most of them were part of the police band. I think that was very instrumental for them because they had a place to learn music, both the theory part and at the same time the practical part. I think we, the young generation, also need to step up and start learning, from some of these masters that are available in the Gambia, the Keba Taylors, the Holy Family Band, and a lot of bands right now in the Gambia. So the Humanity Stars, we also have the Humanity Stars. It's a band, it's a composition of a band. And we also have griot homes that are giving, music lessons for free. You can go through those people, and then you will have a great deal of knowledge about the music sector. It seems like we lost Uncle Sankun Jobate. So I would like to say thank you so much for being with us tonight until we come your way next week. It has been very interactive and educative to have someone like him, but we were like encountering some connection issues like internet problems. But I would like to say thank you so much and good night to all of you who were with us. Thank you. Bye-bye.